Hello, I will told you the latest news today. Madagascar president warns of coup attempt as more soldiers join protests. Madagascar's presidency said on Sunday that an attempt to grab power by force was underway as more soldiers threw their support behind a youth-led protest movement that has rocked the African island nation for more than 2 weeks. Troops from the elite CAPSAT unit, which helped President Andry Rajoelina seize power in a 2009 coup, urged fellow soldiers to disobey orders on Saturday and back the demonstrators. The protests, initially over grassroots grievances, began on September 25 and now pose the most serious challenge to Rajoelina's rule since his re-election in 2023. CAPSAT officers said on Sunday they had command over the country's security operations and would coordinate all branches of the military from their base on the outskirts of the capital, Antananarivo. They said they had appointed General Demosthene Piculas, the former head of the military academy, as army chief. Gendarmes switch sides. President's whereabouts Anona unit of the paramilitary gendarmerie, which had so far tackled the protests together with the police, also broke ranks with the government on Sunday. All use of force and any improper behavior towards our fellow citizens are prohibited, as the gendarmerie is a force meant to protect people and not to defend the interests of a few individuals, the intervention forces of the National Gendarmerie said in a statement broadcast on Real TV. IT said it was coordinating with the CAPSAT headquarters. The Defense Ministry and the Military General Staff declined to comment. A Reuters witness saw 3 people injured after shots were fired along a road to the CAPSAT barracks on Sunday. However, there was no sign of ongoing clashes. In a statement on its social media account, Rajoelina's office said an attempted illegal and forcible seizure of power was underway, adding that the president had urged dialogue to resolve the crisis. Rajoelina's office said late on Saturday that he and the prime minister were fully in control of the nation's affairs. The president's whereabouts were unknown on Sunday, however, with many Malagasy believing he had left the country. Gen Z protesters want President to step down. The protests, inspired by Gen Z-led movements in Kenya and Nepal, began over water and electricity shortages. They have since spread, with demonstrators calling for Rajoelina to step down, apologize for violence against protesters, and dissolve the Senate and Electoral Commission. Along Independence Avenue, Antananarivo's principal artery, a Reuters reporter saw protesters shouting anti-government slogans on Sunday, waving Malagasy flags and riding motorbikes up and down the street cheering. The president has been in power more than 15 years, and still there's no water, no electricity, no jobs, said Vanessa Rafanomazantsoa, a 24-year-old mother of 2, unemployed and wearing torn clothes. Look at Madagascar. They, the government, are rich and we don't have enough to eat. Earlier, protesters paid tribute to a slain CAPSAT soldier the army unit said was killed by the gendarmerie on Saturday. Church leaders and opposition politicians, including former President Marc Ravalomanana, as well as CAPSAT troops, attended the peaceful gathering. Some demonstrators have been sporting t-shirts and flags with the same symbol, a skull with a straw hat from the Japanese manga series One Piece, used by youth-led demonstrators in countries, including Indonesia and Peru. African Union calls for calm and restrant. Madagascar, a country where the median age is less than 20, has a population of about 30 million, 3/4 of whom live in poverty, according to the World Bank. Average annual income has been stuck at $600, while food prices have spiraled. A video broadcast by local media showed dozens of soldiers leaving the barracks on Saturday to escort thousands of protesters into the May 13th square in Antananarivo, the scene of many political uprisings, which had been heavily guarded and off-limits during the unrest. The African Union Commission's chief Mahmoud Ali Yusuf called for calm and restraint, citing the security situation on the ground. Air France KLM's French division suspended flights between Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport and Antananarivo from October 11th to October 13th. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for the latest news.